What's going on, everybody? Chris back here making another video with you. Sitting here in my music room before I go to work. Got my Dodgers shirt on, representing tonight. Big game tonight against the Rockies. Sorry if you're in Denver, but Dodgers all the way. Anyways, had some pretty good finds at some estate sales. You guys know me by now. Pretty much all estate sales. Every once in a while I'll go to a store, but why pay $20 when you can pay $2? So that's my kind of theory on everything. That's why I'm able to pick up so many albums, because I'm not paying, record store prices. I do have a lot of records, as you can see, and I got more. I actually need another shelf, but I'm kind of still picking up, not as many as like, Zeke and stuff like that, where they kind of have to go to record stores almost to find stuff because they already have everything. I'm still kind of picking up everything, but anyways, it's been a minute. I haven't even shown a record, so let's get going. First up, Rolling Stones album I did not have. Actually, I did have this, I'm sorry, but it was just a bad copy. This is an upgrade, even though I'm going to work on that, getting the pen off. This is Tattoo You. Great album. Obviously has Start Me Up on it. One of their classic tracks. It's the Stones. I'm sure most of you already know it or have it. So, next one. I've been trying to get some more of these guys, especially the earlier, but this is obviously one of the later. This is Faces. I don't have any small faces. I'm still trying to rectify that. But this is A Nod is as Good as a Wink to a Blind Horse. So, Rod Stewart sounds great on here. One of my favorite songs that they did was Stay With Me, and that's on this album. I think it was probably their most popular song, chart-wise anyway. So, great track. Sorry I didn't zoom in on that, but look at the clay figures on the back. It's pretty cool. Great album if you don't already have it. Next one is a guitar player. Every once in a while, just some nice instrumental, really nice playing, sounds great, and this is no exception. This is Julian Bream. 20th century guitar. There he is right there with his guitar. Kind of like flamenco-esque on some tracks, but certainly not the whole thing. Just beautiful playing. I guess some people might call it dinner music or something like that, but great album, 1967 on RCA. I can't remember who I saw show this recently. He had picked it up. Maybe it was Jonathan, I think. Over at Cheerful Record Collector, Cheap and Cheerful Record Collector. It's Taj Mahal, Happy Just to Be Like I Am. Any Taj, I'm appreciative to find. I don't find him very often. This one's in decent shape. The record is in great shape. But this is, bluesy. I wouldn't go as far as saying jazz, but some of this stuff can be jazzy, but this is more bluesy. Just really nice album to listen to, so pick it up. This one is another blues comp. You saw the blues stuff I got last week. Look how much I paid. No, I didn't pay $1.99. Actually, maybe I did, but this is The Blues Are Back. Some of the tracks on here: John Lee Hooker, Memphis Slim, Lightning Hopkins, Big Bill Broomsey. There's 2 tracks. That's what it is. So there's 2 tracks from all 5 of those artists on each side. So great stuff. This one, this is Heart. Believe it or not, I don't know why I have a lot of Heart albums that not have Little Queen. And this is the one, man. This has Barracuda. It's one of my wife's favorite songs, and mine as well. So this was nice to add. Don't really need to go into too much detail about Heart, but next one. This is a band from 1980. This is like I want to say folky, southern bluesy. It's a band called Windrose. There's the 3 of them up there. It really does sound great, and you know what? I'm going to do a little needle job for you on this one, alright? So stand by. I'm going to do Windrose. This is their self-titled from 1980, and from what I can gather, one of their only albums they ever did, so check it out. I hope you enjoyed that. Next we have Bloodrock 2. Most of you have seen this. It's a good cheap album if you don't already have it. It's hard to find in good shape though. I found this is my third copy of it, and finally I've got a decent player. It's still not the best shape, but it's better than my other two. Local band from Fort Worth, Texas, so you think I'd find them all over the place here, but it's just not the case. But it is a good rock album, blues rock, southern rock album. Next, Genesis. So this is Genesis Live. It's got 5 tracks on here. I don't need to go into too much detail on Genesis, but did not have this live album, so it's nice to add the collection to the Genesis catalog. Next one, I had to do a double take because I know of the newer band with the same name, but this is Finch, Glory of the Inner Force. This is like a very proggy, instrumental type music. Very proggy, actually. There's only 4 tracks on it. They're each like 10 minutes long. So definitely very, very cool. If you like that kind of music, definitely give them a listen. It's the first time I'd ever heard them. Next we have some folk rock, country rock. I wouldn't go past that. That's pretty much what it is. It's Brewer and Shipley, Weeds. Pretty cool on the back there. It's a good album. I don't know why I've just been starting to listen to folk a lot more. What was the song I liked off of here? I think it's Rise Up, Easy Rider. It's the second track on side 1. Good listen. Stephen Stills, 2. And I think this is his second solo album that he came out with. Very good album. Rock. I wouldn't say blues rock, more of a folk rock, I guess, southern rock. Let's see here. It looks like Eric Clapton and Nils Lofgren play on here. I did not know that, so that's pretty neat. I don't know why I didn't notice that the first time through here, but great album. Can be had very, very cheap. I mean, I know I got it at an estate sale, but even at a record store, I don't think they're that expensive. So next up, the Hollies' Greatest Hits. Obviously, Bus Stop, Carrie Ann, Stop, Stop, Stop. Just One Look. Hollies are fantastic. I don't find too many of their albums, so this will kind of satisfy me until I can. Oops. Sorry about that. Moving along, get the shirts. Kind of new wave a little bit. This album was just okay for me. I have to be really in the mood. I listened to it on the wrong day or something, but for 80s music, I go through 80s things. I had one last week where I just played all 80s stuff one day. And the day I listened to this, I don't think I was in an 80s kick at all. So maybe that's why. So I'm going to kind of hold off judgment on this until a later date. But at the time, it was not for me. Kind of staying with that trend, I got Peter Gabriel's So. Now, Peter Gabriel is one of those, I know he's kind of new, he is new wave-ish, but I don't know why he kind of transcends the new wave category for me. I can always listen to Peter Gabriel. I don't know why that is. But obviously Sledgehammer's on this one. Great track. Red Rain, also a great track. So I did not have that Peter Gabriel, so it'd be nice to add that to the collection. Also have the Fabulous Impressions. Impressions are fantastic. Curtis Mayfield, obviously. Great album. We got a little writing there I gotta try to get rid of, but this is on ABC from, what year is this from? Doesn't really say the year on this one, but I really enjoyed it. I love any, it's like the opposite. New wave I can only listen to sometimes, whereas, oldies like that, old ballads, singers, Sinatra, I know impressions aren't like Sinatra, but any kind of old music like that from the 50s, 60s, I don't know why, I can just listen to all the time. So, this one we got Wham. Kind of a weird cover. It says Music from the Edge of Heaven. Not one of their known, I don't know if this was their last album they did together. I think Last Christmas was a big song off this, but still, I do like Wham, so nice to have that. I did not have that one. I had their other, famous, popular album. I can't think of the title of it now, but also got Hank Ballard and the Midnighters. It's got the Twist on here, Hoochie Coochie Coo, all their hits on it. It's got 20 songs on it, so you can tell that most of the tracks were not that long. So it was nice to have this on King. This is pretty much what I need from them. I'm not a big fan of greatest hits, but for some groups, that's kind of all I need. But obviously, if I found another album, I might change that opinion. But anyways, next is Wilson Pickett, Pickett in the Pocket. This is 1971 or 1974. This is later Wilson Pickett, but I still find it enjoyable. He does get a little funky on here on some tracks, but still got that soul aspect that I enjoy. He doesn't really stray from it too far from the soul in this, and just get kind of disco-y. It is a little bit of funk, but it's not disco, which I appreciate. I'm not a big disco fan, I'm going to be honest. So, great album. Nice to have to the Wilson Pickett collection. Next up, this is a band out of Denton, Texas. That's about 20 minutes north of me. I'm in a town called Flower Mound. So this is 20 minutes north of me. You can tell it's just like a little production, you know what I mean? Kind of cool. This is on 4 Dots label, 4 Dots Records, which is based out of Denton, Texas as well. Now this is actually a rock album, but it's polka rock, and you can look it up. I had to look these guys up. I knew nothing about them. They won a Grammy Award. That's right. They won a Grammy Award from Denton, Texas for, I think it was the polka category. So I'm going to give you a little sample of this because you guys aren't going to know anything about this, and like I did. So here we go. Check it out. Alright, hope you enjoyed that. Now let's close it up. I got the Shirelles Greatest Hits. Love the Shirelles, and I can never find their albums. I love the Shirelles, love the Ronettes, love the Supremes. Any early girl groups like that are just fantastic. Dedicated to the one I love on here, Tonight's the Night, Mama Said. Do I need to keep going? It's just hit after hit on here, and just a really enjoyable album. Next up, we got the good old Animals. I had this, but this is an upgrade. Animalism. It's got Shake, Rock Me Baby, Hit the Road Jack. Great album. All you guys know the Animals. I don't need to go into too much detail about it, but that was a nice pickup. Next one is Martha Vandel's Dancing in the Street. Nowhere to Run is also on this, which is a great track. I think the first time I heard that album, or that track, was it the Forrest Gump maybe, when I was a kid? Forrest Gump soundtrack maybe? I think that was on the Forrest Gump soundtrack, but Dancing in the Street, Nowhere to Run, that'd be the two main hits off of here. Great album. And last but not least, we got Blues Image, Red, White, and Blues. Great Southern rock, blues rock, very enjoyable. Let's see here. I think the one I liked was Ain't No Rules in California and Take Me Back. So really enjoyable. Comparable to any Southern rock, blues rock, but I mean they just have a little bit of a different sound. The singer is not unique, but I can't put my finger on it why it just sounds a little different than most blues rock, Southern rock, but I really enjoyed it. Check it out if you can. So that's my recent finds for this week. Hope you guys are all doing well. Really, watching everybody's videos. Nice to see all the entries in Andrew's contest. Really is a fantastic guy. I wouldn't know about half. I don't know about half, but a lot of the records in my collection, are from his recommendations. Stuff I'd never heard of and things like that. And I've been watching just a lot of people. Hannah's been getting some good stuff. Always love watching Zeke over there. Everybody, thank you, and talk to you later.